What up? It's your boy Dosha Burna, man. We back on No Quantize this week. We got a special guest, producer extraordinaire, artist, Hustla.
What's up, big?
Hustla. What it do, man?
Man, just trying to make it,
Man, y'all don't know this nigga does not come out the lab, bro.
No,
so
I don't.
I'm glad you're here, man.
Man, I appreciate it.
Man, let's start from the beginning, dog. Where it all started for you?
Oh, shit. I can't even say. It's so long ago. My partner downloaded FL Studio. This went back in Fruity Loops. Mm-hmm. We had a Windows 95 computer. That nigga used to try to make beats on that bitch. You know, back then they ain't had no support for nothing. It was just straight sound, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
All the stock sounds.
So, just fucking around with it. Kind of left that alone. Did some other shit. Used a couple of other little things here and there. By the time I came back to it, it was FL3.
Okay.
When FL3 came out, it's been, you know what I'm saying, what it was.
So where that passion come from to even start saying, like, I want to make beats?
It really wasn't no passion like that. You know what I mean? It was really like a curiosity.
Okay.
It was really like, you know, I hear this and I hear that and I think I could do this. Or I could do that. You know what I'm saying? I know some niggas, they just wake up with a drive to do this shit every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? No respect to them. I just always had a curious mind about everything. So it's never been like, okay, this or that. It's like, man, can I do this? Or, man, can I do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so when you first started on FL3, I think that was probably, I got on FL like when 6 came out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how long did it take from your first few beats to where you like, nigga, I'm raw? Like, I'm raw with that shit.
I'll be honest with you. Like, even to this day, I tell niggas, I tell people all the time, y'all have way more faith in me than I do myself. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I never really look at it like that. I think at one point I got too cocky about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't where I necessarily wanted to be personally, but I felt like that.
So, I mean, what helped that cockiness? Was it working with certain artists and they liking your beats and actually doing it?
But exactly. But
okay.
Even with that being said, you know, you have to have a certain amount of pride in what you do to really believe that. You know what I'm saying?
So when did the rapping come into play?
The crazy part is I was rapping first. Like I made beats. I won't say I rapped first. I was a rapper, and then I decided to like really take beats serious.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because you know, back in FL1, you couldn't really make nothing.
Yeah.
I don't even remember if it had a piano roll.
I used to make shit on Magic's Music Maker, bro.
Me too.
And then you know they had the disc with the library with the pre-made loops, and you just had to pick which ones.
Look, a lot of people
niggas don't know about that, bro.
Niggas don't know about that. I used to have something called MIDI tracker. That's all it did. You couldn't even play keys. It didn't have a keyboard. It didn't have none of that. You literally had to put the notes in by a number.
Oh,
so like 1 through 88, octave 1 of 0, C0 would be 0 to 88. So like you had to literally number out your beats.
Oh man,
that shit was crazy.
That's crazy.
And then I went from that. That's when FL3 came out. Kind of did that for a while.
So what year is this?
This had to be, FL3 came out in like, what, 99, 90, 2001-ish, somewhere in that era.
Okay.
I tell International this shit all the time. Like, if anybody who motivated me to make beats is Howard, X-File.
Oh, rush out to X-File.
Don't nobody know that, but I'm telling you, like, Howard probably the only nigga that really made me say, okay, I can do this and I can make beats. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But that's because we went to the same high school together. But that had to be early. Yeah, FL3 had to come out like in the early 2000s. Okay. And then I kind of started taking it serious. Then that's when I really said, okay, I could do this. I went from FL to Reasons. I kind of bounced around from FL to Reasons, FL to Reasons.
How big of a difference was that?
It was just a different learning curve.
Because I know FL is like user friendly.
Well, not even that it was user friendly compared to Reasons. Reasons had a certain sound that you could get out of it that you couldn't get out of Fruity Loops at the time. So like, I used to tell cats all the time, like, man, Fruit Loops, you get what you put in. You get out what you put into it. So if you put good sounds in that motherfucker, you could get good sounds out of that motherfucker. But with Reasons, they came stock with so many sounds that were good that the issue with Reason was nobody knew how to work it. So like this had to be like 2006.
Facts. That motherfucker hard, bro. It's that shit look crazy. Really open and try to make a beat.
It's intimidating.
Yeah,
it's very intimidating at the most. But even then, like what I used to do is I used to use Rewire.
Okay.
And what Rewire will let you do is tie Reasons and Fruit Loops together. So you can kind of use the sounds over one to one.
That's crazy.
Kind of did that for a while. Then this had to be 2005, 2006. Coach Bradford, Coach Marcus Bradford, Skylandville High. He had a motif and an MPC 1000. I shit you not, he used to bring it over to the school. He used to let me make beats on it.
How'd you like making beats on the MP?
Completely different. You know what I'm saying? Completely
you
different.
Can feel the music on that.
I mean, to each his own. I did it for years. You know what I'm saying? Because what actually happened was he got tired of, you know, he was a grown man, married man, whatever. He was like, man, I'm done with this. Shit, you can have it. Damn. So he gave me an MPC 1000 and a Yamaha motif. Nigga stole the MPC, but I still have that motif at the house to this day.
Damn.
And
they got some sounds in that bitch.
Man, that's the original jiggulator. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what niggas tell you. That motif is the original jiggulator. And all of that shit Shantae was doing, he wasn't using no Phantom, he wasn't using no Triton. He was using motherfucking motif.
The motif.
You know what I'm saying?
Joe, put that on the list for me. I need that VST. So who's some of the first artists that was actually like getting on your beats?
Man, I was like one of them niggas. At the time, we was doing like, it was me. Okay, so when I started to really gain kind of like popularity and shit like that, me and Big Wayne used to make beats separately.
Shout out to Big Wayne.
So we always had this rivalry thing, and we was big in the hood. We wasn't doing shit for everybody else. We was doing shit for all the youngsters. You know what I'm saying? So like Slaughterhouse and Hood Boys and all them type of niggas, man, we was, no matter what a nigga say, me and Big Wayne literally would drop a beat on Monday, nigga record the song on Wednesday, and then they was performing that bitch in the Renaissance on Friday. Like, and this, both of us, you know what I'm saying? So it was just crazy because a lot of the youngsters that like a lot of niggas listen to now or grew up through, I done met them, did beats for them, all types of shit. So it's just crazy. But I think the first real big placement I had is when I was working with Phunk, Dawg, and we was doing all this stuff for Hurricane Chris.
Bro.
So we was in Shreveport doing all that, and I had, you know, I don't like to speak on that shit because that shit 10 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but that's still, you know, a part of the history, bro. So, like, what records you worked on with Chris?
Shit, man, we did a lot of shit, man. We did hand claps. We did a lot of that Boost and Hurricane mixtape. Everything, we did that. So, like, Grim Reaper, Phunk did Purple. Just a whole bunch of shit, man. We did a lot of shit.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So how did the collabs with like C-Loke and all of them came about?
Man,
that's pretty big though. That's big.
I met Loke. I kid you not, I met Loke before we even did the music that we did together. I had met him like years before that, and I mean Loke always a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? And we just kind of double back, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to really explain it. Like, it was a situation which I don't want to necessarily speak on, but that situation, he was like, well, shit, let me hear some more shit because of that situation. Okay. And we just kind of just put all that shit together, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. You also work with one of the artists on Real Profit, you know, back in the day, Big Blaze. What was it like working with him, and what's it like working with him today compared to back in the day?
So like Blaze, man, I've known Blaze for so many years, man. Like, shout out to Controversy.
What up, Con?
Cause no matter what a nigga say, Controversy was like in the loop with everybody.
Yeah, I think he was the major key
to a lot of shit.
Yeah, of like, you know, bringing this resurgence of Big Blaze to Real Profit, bro. So shout out to Controversy.
He's definitely a nigga who was in the loop, and Blaze always just had the thing where everybody knew how talented he is. You know what I'm saying? No matter what.
His vocal presence, bro.
Yeah. So everybody know how talented Blaze is. So it's just one of those things like, you know, we already have a certain amount of chemistry together to where it's like that, we can always do that. We can always kind of put some shit together. We can always kind of make shit happen. But I mean, Blaze is gonna be Blaze, you know? He gonna always be Blaze. So niggas be knowing one thing
so
about
the Blaze
niggas,
we see is the Blaze that he is all the time.
Well, this is the thing. Blaze is the what I like to call him like the underground king.
Yeah.
Because everybody who rap know Blaze.
Yeah.
And everybody say the same thing, man. That nigga raw as the fuck. Everybody say that, but people, the masses of people just don't know yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's two different things. But Blaze is really like, you can go ask a nigga. I don't want to say nobody's names, but you can go ask niggas who popping, and they be like, yeah, I know that nigga.
Yeah,
that nigga raw.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'll send a beat over to Joe. And I swear to God, maybe like 2 days later, this nigga sending me the song back.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, this nigga Blaze move
that nigga
fast,
eat. That nigga
bro.
eat.
Like,
some niggas just blessed with that, the talent, man. It's like, some niggas just blessed with it, being able to do it. You know what I'm saying?
So who's some of the few artists that's like your favorite artists to work with? Like when they call you, like, shit, Chad, let's do this.
Shit. It's hard to say now, mainly because a lot of niggas don't have the same drive or passions for the music like they used to. A lot of people don't have the same appreciation for shit. You know, let's be honest. A lot of niggas like cookie cutter beats. They like another nigga beat and they want to sound like another nigga. So it's hard to say who make me say, okay, yeah, I got to fuck with this nigga. But it's only one nigga I really fuck with. And that's my homeboy Rich Karma, but that nigga just like one of the rawest rappers, period.
Oh yeah.
When he decides to rap, nigga is one of the coldest niggas ever to fuck with the shit.
That's what's up. So explain to the people the difference between you producing for other artists and you producing for yourself. You know, you being an artist too. So what's the difference between the two?
A lot of the times, for me personally, and I tell niggas this all the time.
Cause I heard a couple of your songs, bro, and I'm like, this nigga holding out, man.
This, in all truthfulness, and I've heard niggas say this, but man, you keep all the raw shit for yourself, but it don't be that.
I've heard that so many times.
It really be beats I done gave to other people and they pass on. It really be like, man, I got this beat for you. I think you'll sound good on this beat, and nigga be like, yeah, that bitch is not what I think.
Yeah.
And then a nigga hear you on it or hear anybody else on it, and then it's like, man, that bitch that wrong. Like, yeah, but you couldn't see.
Yeah, you didn't see the vision.
You couldn't see past what you thought you wanted. You know what I'm saying? And so working with other people, like I said, now I'm a dinosaur in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll just be honest with you, because I like to sit here and make a beat or cater the track to what we doing. So it don't take me 30 minutes to make a beat. It might take me a week to make a beat.
Okay.
But that's not even just making the beat. That's getting all the ideas and boiling it down to a concentration to where it sound good. Then whenever the nigga do the song, then I go back through and I arrange the beat. But that's why I say I'm a dinosaur, because niggas don't do that.
Yeah.
Niggas don't produce songs. Niggas make beats now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference when coming to my shit personally, because I can sit here and say, okay, I can listen to my song 50 times and figure out what I need to change to make it a better song. I can't do that to another nigga's song, because a lot of niggas don't have the patience to say, you know, it took me a month to finish a song.
That's what Joe was trying to explain to one of the artists that we working with. You know, he like, bro, this ain't gonna be no cookie cutter music. You know what I'm saying? We gotta put musical elements to these words you're writing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it gotta take time, and it's no time limit on them to make a song. I don't know why everybody like, man, I did this shit in 10 minutes, one take. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, bro.
That's how niggas sensationalize this shit, man. Niggas sensationalize it to where it's almost like easy money, and nothing about this shit is easy.
Let me ask you: do you prefer to like create all your own melodies and sounds, or do you prefer to sample, or which one do you like more?
Honestly, it just depends on what I'm doing. So, like, I like to make melodies, but as I get older, I realize sometimes you can overcomplicate things. You know what I mean? Especially as producers, a lot of times we make beats and we have 10, 12 different melodies at one time, but it's because it's a composition. We know that's how it's supposed to sound in our head. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, that's why I say it's a sometime thing, because I have taken tracks that I've made where I've made these big compositions and have stripped them down to like 3 instruments and some drums. And it don't, not necessarily that it don't hurt, but it's kind of like, damn, man, I wish I could use this piece, or I wish I could use that piece, or you know what I'm saying? I did this one little thing at this point of the beat that was supposed to be in there, you know what I'm saying? But it don't fit the rest of the song. So we excuse me. So sampling do come into play, because sometimes you have to stick to a formula when you make it, when you sampling something. You know what I'm saying? You really just gotta keep the essence of that. You know what I mean? So
what's your sample library looking like, man?
Oof.
You know, Joe called me the other day. He was like, man, I'm going through the best of Messy. What's her name? Macy Gray, man. I got the best of Messy Gray on vinyl, nigga. I'm going through these samples right now. I'm like, this nigga here, bro.
That nigga is the sample king. Like, that nigga be pulling shit out the woodwork. That nigga probably got a song with Angela Bassett singing or some shit somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga is the king of that shit.
That nigga Joe, man, he like, yeah, man, I'm going through this David Ruffin.
Yeah, bro. That nigga got Madonna live at the amphitheater at the house or some shit, man.
Man, bro, that nigga, I'm telling you, bro, that nigga, he threw me a sample the other night. I don't know where it was from, but it's like a little vocal chant from like New Orleans. I ain't never heard that.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that shit sounds so crazy in that beat, bro. I'm like, man, good look, nigga.
That nigga probably got Tucson. The Tucson family from New York, one of their vinyls from 1973. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga is the king of that shit. My sample, I don't really sample like that. What I kind of do is, if something catch my ear, I go get it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I chop up a lot of samples. The samples that I do chop up, excuse me, it's like I hear the idea and then it's like, okay, I hear the idea from the song. Let me go get it. I'm not one of those people who just crate dig. They go,
force it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me it would be forcing, but for them it's kind of like that's how they find the inspiration. It's just the whole process. Me, I just get us. Okay, that sounds good. Oh, how should I do that? Like, I was listening to Nickelback the other day, and I wanted to sample a piece out of Nickelback. You see what I'm saying? It's not like I got a Nickelback CD at the house. Yeah. But
you just go find that song
and go from there. So that's how it be, man.
So let's get into it, bro. I asked everybody. I gotta put you on the hot seat,
what?
Man. I need your top 5 producers of all times, man.
Boy, that's a hard one because because I thought about this. Me and Jordan talked about this several times.
Hey, look,
a lot.
Look, it don't have to be in no order, but we do need the number one.
This the thing, bro. And I thought about it today because I figured you was going to but honestly, top 5. I've come to the conclusion there's no such thing.
Okay.
Because too many people be influenced by too many things. Yeah,
and too many people like brought something to the table. You know
and we can't quantify it by, if we're gonna quantify it by sales, then this nigga who's actually greater might not be there.
All right, so let's switch it up. Instead of the top 5,
who is just my personal
your top 5 favorites?
My top 5 favorites would be Man and Fresh.
Okay. Is he number one?
I ain't got no numbers.
Okay, all right.
I don't want to number nobody because I also feel like, you know, if I number a motherfucker, it kind of degrades another nigga who I borrow or who inspired me a lot.
Right. So we got Fresh.
DJ Toon. Yeah, a lot of niggas don't fuck with Toon. Well, they fuck with him, but they don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate him.
Yeah.
Lil Jon, cause that nigga did
That's
his
the
thing.
first time we had Lil Jon.
Lil Jon did his thing,
show,
man. He a monster.
Man, say, bro. Lil Jon had like he had 4 or 5 years where he just killed the game. Bro.
He had more than that, man. Jon had a run that ain't appreciated, and I've said this a lot of times.
It was during that jig era, like the crunk era. It was
that's what I'm saying. Jon had a run that was monstrous, and we didn't get what we should have got out of it. We should have got a Jadakiss and Lil Jon album or an Ice Cube and Lil Jon album.
I think the features was good enough. I don't think I could listen to.
I could listen to a whole Lil Jon and Ice Cube CD, my nigga.
I don't think I could.
I could have. You know what I'm saying? And
but Jada though, yeah, he was ripping them bitches.
So,
that's
Manny.
Yeah, Manny, Toon,
Jon.
Lil Jon.
Well,
these are your favorites.
Pimp C.
Pimp
C. You know.
Pimp. What about the Pimp's production, man, that makes him one of your favorites?
It was just he blended so much gospel shit.
Man,
a lot of people didn't recognize it, but it's a lot of blend of gospel. It's a lot of blend of Curtis Mayfield. It's a lot of blend of soul music.
Man, you ever seen that nigga on YouTube making the beat?
Yeah, that nigga monster. That nigga monster.
Crazy.
Like Pimp was a whole thing, but that's the thing.
And he had his own sound, bro.
That's what it was.
Like he created country rap tunes.
Exactly.
In my opinion, there was a lot of niggas doing it. They had no label on it.
They couldn't do it.
Created that sound.
They imitated it, or they were. You know how like you make a gumbo. That nigga, it was all just everybody had their own roux, but he figured out what to go in that roux. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, the pimp
definitely like. I think Pimp, that's why I ain't want to know but shit. Because niggas who know me and listen to a lot of shit that I've done.
Yeah. The Pimp is definitely
the biggest heavy influence.
Yeah. I make a lot of beats like, I hope I made this nigga proud.
Yeah.
Like if this nigga heard this shit,
yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
You like it, you know what I'm saying?
And
so, one more.
This one's gonna be a little bit left field. But
talk about it.
Because I don't have nobody. I from that coast, I would have to say Just Blaze, man.
Speak on it.
The rawest beat I ever heard. And I don't even like Jay-Z's music.
Okay.
But when I heard that motherfucking Show Me What You Got,
yeah.
Nigga, that beat is the rawest beat ever to me.
You know what's cold about that beat?
He played the drums on that bitch.
Nah, it was another nigga playing the drums.
No, he really played. Like the drums are live.
Live drums.
And that's what's so crazy, bro. So,
and then the way like the sequence is on the sample. Like it's like instead of a 4-bar loop, it's kinda like a 5 or like a 3-bar loop. But then the way it loops around it's
bananas.
The breakdown's crazy.
So that's why I say that one can kinda come left field. But
and then look, it's another song you should check out. Hovey Baby. Jay-Z Blueprint 2.
Yeah.
Now that's a keyboard beat. But he doing the drums the same kind of way. Like this nigga is like, I don't know how he used to program his shit, bro.
That's just like the Dynasty intro. Like Just Blaze is a monster, man. So I had to kind of add him in there because I got a lot of Southern niggas on there. But like I grew up listening to Dipset, so like hit makers and shit like that. Them niggas was crazy. Suave House, Tila them, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Jazzy Faye, man.
But Jazzy was a monster, fucking
that nigga is another one that ain't, you know what I'm saying, get his flowers like I feel like he should.
Man, even David Banner, David Banner raw as a bitch.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't necessarily want to put a number on the nigga because I feel like if I put a number on the nigga, it negate what another nigga done or some kind of, knock to a nigga.
Yeah.
And, I don't. it's hard for me to put like a nigga like Dr. Dre in my category or in my thing, because like I tell niggas, yeah, we grew up listening to that, but that shit didn't have the same impact that Cash Money had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't had the same shit that impact.
Because man is in our DNA, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is in our DNA. But so when it comes to making the music, that's automatically.
You see what I'm saying? And
that's
so
automatically gonna show.
It's like, even me and Jordan talked about this, like, that's why I say it's hard to do a top 5, because you still have to give niggas they flowers.
Oh, yeah.
So for niggas to give niggas they flowers, like for me, like I say, X-File plays a big part in why I make beats. So I wouldn't want to sit here and say like my top 5 and then exclude a nigga like X-File when he was one of the main reasons that I make beats, or Mouse or you know what I'm saying, so far and so forth. So that'd be my thing. But niggas, it's a lot of raw music out here, man. It's a lot of niggas who done shit and everybody done contributed. You know what I'm saying? Even niggas who don't have names in this shit. Even niggas who had a beat and one hit wonder with a nigga who it wasn't tagged on and some shit. You know what I'm saying? That nigga contributed some sort of way. So that's why I try not to just kind of rank niggas no more. Because I don't know one. I don't know where I would rank.
Oh, bro. So what you got coming next, man?
Man,
what can we expect to hear, bro?
Man, some shit with Joe, man. That
you on the Real Private compilation that's coming out?
Yeah,
huh?
Man. That's my main thing right now.
You got beats and some verses on there, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And Rich Karma, we putting that together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga shit gonna be something.
For sure.
It's kind of, that nigga gonna be something. It's hard to quantify that, but that nigga gonna be something.
Man, you got an Instagram or an email they can reach out to?
Yeah,
Let
man.
them know how to get in contact.
THA_A__G on Instagram. Man.
Yes, sir.
It's always the same. I'm probably on there eating healthy and doing workouts or some shit.
Motivating the people. Huh?
Yeah, trying to stay slim and trim like a bicycle rim, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro, well, we appreciate you coming in and chopping it up with us.
Man, you already know it's already love,
You already know, man. We had Hustla on the episode of No Quantize this week, man. Like, comment, and subscribe on the Antidote. We out.